Trouble ahead and trouble behind. Seems like everyone around me just wants to be blind, right? How's it going, everyone? Talk about something important today, but before I want to give you guys an update. Found this gem right here, just sitting here, right? And as we know, if I just go ahead and take it, right? According to our good old Sheriff Douglas Ingle, that wouldn't be theft. Imagine what I could do with this thing. Let's talk about it. And then we found this gem. You know, like I tell you here, Defiance is just littering everywhere. Stuff just laying on the side of the road, you know. We got Whiskey and I's gonna come back. We're deciding which one's driving which, right? But you know, here in Defiance, we're finding this kind of shit everywhere, right? It's a good day today, right? We're just finding all kinds of good stuff. We might start ourselves a wrecking company. Anyway, let's talk about Asheville. Anyway, I'm going to talk a minute about this whole Asheville, North Carolina incident, right? And, but not just that. I don't want to single that out because we have now what we got going on. Roswell, New Mexico's flooded out. And they're all kind of a similar thing, but we still got all the, I'm not for sure the whole incident there with Roswell yet. I hadn't looked too much into that. And we got what's going on also in East Palestine that's still, you know, I want to talk about this for a minute and how important it is and some things people aren't thinking about, and they still very much are just as important today as they were the day it happened. Coming. Right here, he's looking for you. He's coming after you. He's coming after you, Whiskey. He decided not to because we were standing here with the camera. That's great. State police decided not to turn right here because Whiskey and I seen him coming and turned on his turn signal, so we broke out the camera. Of course, because if he would have turned on this road, then he would have been patrolling a non-highway. And I've been questioning that ever since they told that was their excuse why they can't help me, because you know, they're only more about patrolling stuff that happens along the highways. They're the highway patrol, right? Anyways, the stuff Asheville, right? I'm gonna share some videos with you guys from a couple of different people. So, you know, I give out shout outs once in a while, and I mean, does it give you a tiny boost that you hardly notice? Probably, right? I don't get them in return though for some of the ones that I've reached out to that, you know, for whatever their reasons are, they gotta, instead of just reply and say, we just think you're a scumbag, we don't want to mess with it, right? But whatever. But I do want to give, but I'll continue to do so. And you know, when these people are anyone, you know, not necessarily all of them are people I reached out to. I'm not trying to say that, but you know, shout outs to the other channels. And because one, I want to the Disturbing Illusion, which is Brian's channel from Here's the Deal. It's his High Impact Flicks, right? It's another one of his channels. It's pretty good about the politics stuff, usually. If you want to check that out, his commentary on that stuff. And I think I share his stuff quite a bit as I find it relevant to whatever I'm talking about. But anyways, he went down there with a 360-degree camera down to the Asheville area, you know, North Carolina, where it's the worst part, and got some footage down there. And so I'll leave a link to I think he's got like 2 videos of it or whatever. I'll leave a link. And I'm going to show a little clip. People just don't realize how bad it is, what's actually going on, right? And then also to Richie from Boston, which is currently the Jailbreak Overlander channel. He's been staying on top of it with reports, and you know, so I'll show a little clip here.
Still yet, another major story and theory is that in the aftermath, the government wants to take the land away from the owners to control those mountain areas because they have large deposits of lithium, the largest in the country, perhaps the world, and other minerals necessary to make electric car batteries and weapon systems. The problem with that is that the government must have justifiable reasons to take private property. Even if they invoke eminent domain, the owners must be adequately compensated. But of interest, Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, is a shareholder along with BlackRock in lithium mining, and he applied for a lithium mining permit on September 24th. Think about that for a second. Applied for a lithium mining permit on September 24th. Think about that for a second.
Some of this is found not only on his channel, but I'm gonna give him a shout out because he's staying on it and using his influence to get it out there. And that's what we all need to do. And, you know, so I want to agree with all that stuff. But otherwise, you know, this, and it's not just Asheville, right? This is a really serious, important issue. And are we taking it serious enough? When is your number up? Who's next, right? The problem, one thing I want to point out, we got all kinds of things going on down there. Reports of possibly 3 different floodgates opened all at the same time. You know, and, you know, we can get way into this, but we all know better that something's up. When are we going to quit standing for it, right? There's people wiped out. There's bodies still stuck in the mud. It's just a disaster, you know. And one thing I want to point out, when Brian was down there talking to a guy, I'll show you the clip.
Devastation is, we're sitting right here. This is the Shenandoah River. That's the one that, well, one of the many that flooded their banks. But we're up here. I don't know if you can see this. We're up here on this hill, which is like a 12, 15-foot embankment down there. And you would think that they would be safe up here, but this is a collision center, Caliber Collision Center. And the water rose that high on this embankment. Looks like they've already started gutting this business right here. You can see in this parking lot how high the water got. All these cars are probably all totaled and they're just covered with mud. Every one of those cars in this Caliber Collision parking lot. There's a Food Lion or an Aldi right there. You can see the Aldi sign. Aldi got completely gutted. There's a sign for Walmart and Kohl's and some other stores. They got totally decimated up here. And you can see even the tree line. I don't know if you can see the water line in the trees right there.
Saying that there's bodies still in the mud and the reporting is way low.
And what would you, now, we saw on social media the other day, about 2 or 3 days ago, a lady was saying that they ordered 10,000 body bags. Can you confirm that?
That's correct. And I was told that when the Chinooks will take off, there's at least 20 bodies on those. So,
and how often do they take off?
They're coming and going.
Daily?
Yeah. This was a large homeless camp right down here.
After Helene? Or
no,
before?
Before.
Oh, before. So they got wiped out.
Yes.
So there could literally
they were tenting all along this river where you see all of that.
You're talking
a big
about
homeless camp.
right here, right here. This was a homeless camp, guys. And how many would you say were camping
They
there?
didn't say, but it was like a city
Like
of
100?
homeless people.
More than
because
100?
they could come here and not be bothered.
Right. More than 100, would you
They
say?
didn't say an exact amount. I mean, I don't want to put something out
Yeah,
there that's
yeah.
not legit.
Right.
But they said it was very large, and that some of the people that just happened to not be there were showing up looking for their friends.
So obviously with the homeless population, and if they did disappear, there's a lot of people probably not even looking for them.
Not even looking for
Yeah,
them.
so they could be gone, buried under mud, and we don't even know.
Correct.
Who knows how many thousands of homeless people there. This is what a lot of, like, some areas have what they call tent cities and all these different things, right? And these people start hearing about it, and they go there because they're, you know, I can kind of understand that, right? Homeless are going to go find a way where no one's going to bother them and everything else. This is what happens. And you think, you know, if indeed these gates were open, floodgates were open, then why weren't there a little more warning? The thing is, no matter how you cut it, this is happening all over the place, all these different things, and they're pushing people out, and the ones who don't want to go, they'll let them die, right? And they're killing them off right away. You know, it's a lot cheaper to do that than to buy them all out properly, because truthfully, the resources that they're killing everybody for, those resources belong to the people. That's how it is. What we wouldn't know that anymore because we allowed them to take over and take away our gold, right? Pretty much all in the same ways. You know, now they're just getting real blatant, real nasty about it, right? Now they're coming along offering you shit for your house, and you don't want to. So a few people don't want to do it, so they just shut it up, keep quiet about it, go along with their plans, and before you know it, a bunch of people are wiped out, and now that land's barren or unlivable. Right? And it's happening all over. Right here in Ohio, East Palestine, right? That's still an issue. People don't realize it because the news ain't talking about it. What's the news talking about? The news is focusing on two liars for an election. They're cramming that shit down your throat. They're showing you videos of Trump working at McDonald's and Kamala doing other stupid shit, right? And they're focusing on how bad it is for Israel, how bad it is for Ukraine. You know, for the, you know, South Koreans, all this shit, right? We should be worried about all this shit instead of our own shit. The news ain't telling you what's still going on. The news ain't telling you how our people are being killed off, our very own. So one suggestion I got is wherever you're living, you better find out if you're close to any kind of good resources, because if so, you're probably somewhere on that list to be taken out. We need to take this stuff more serious. But anyways, consider this stuff and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Whiskey likes to read everybody's comments while he's sniffing all the trees. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Those likes and comments help the algorithms. And I'm interested in knowing everyone's thoughts. But otherwise, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See ya.